Hey, ladies and gents, this is the Wiz. Hola, amigos. I am going to do a review of the Super Plastic Janky Series 1 Kickstarter figures that I got last week from China, which is a pretty good turnaround for Kickstarter vinyl figures. I had expected this to be a auspicious debut because this is a company which I believe was started by Paul Budnitz, who used to be with Kid Robot. He's sort of a serial entrepreneur, started a lot of different companies, and was a big figure behind the Dunny craze. I collect vinyl, but not all vinyl. I just basically collect like vinyl by Mexican artists or Mexican American artists for the most part. On occasion I'll find something that sort of catches my fancy, and so I'll collect that just because it's a cool design. But most of the stuff that I'm into are like Mexican artists like Jesse Hernandez, who's done a lot of the Dunny series. And the reason I went in on this Kickstarter was because they have a Mexican artist, Gran Chamaco, and I wanted to, support his initial endeavor, and this is his Janky figure. So I went in for that, and then I went in for a bunch of the smaller ones. And all in all, I have to say I'm pretty happy with them. Now, I do have to say that Gran Chamaco needs to get his own vinyl figures of his own characters, where if you look online, his designs are amazing. And they really translate into vinyl really well. And they're all digitized computer stuff. So I would love to see him get his own line of vinyl figures. Maybe he can hook up with the folks in Mexico that did Don Trino for Shifa and start putting out some of these figures, because that would make me a lot more excited than this, which is, it's a cool figure, but it's basically just him having to design something to go on this new buck. Okay, now Paul Budnitz, I believe, may have sold Kid Robot or something. I'm not too much up on it, but then he's obviously started a company to compete with them. So, and there's this figure here, King Janky, which is leading the charge, right? I think he's called King Janky the First. Janky the First. And it's very smart, very nicely done figure. Dunnies are sort of reminiscent of bunnies or rabbits. And this is obviously a cat. So to come out of the blocks swinging with this design is a good idea, and I think it's going to be a no holds barred sort of affair. Is the cat going to win? Is the bunny going to win? Is this going to be the new hotness? Let me tell you, this is a very cool figure that I would buy regardless of what artist it was that worked on it. He has a bat that says Bunny Beater on it. Okay. It's vac metal on the bat and vac metal on the shoes. The paint is all nice and clean. The glasses are really well done. It even has a little crown there on the side of the glasses, which is very cool. And then it comes with a vac metalized crown. So this is an awesome start. It says the first on the back. It's got those lightning bolts for the super plastic thing, and then a tail that you basically plug in the back. So it's kind of a cat, but then it looks like it has a mouse tail. The glasses are removable. The shoes are actually, I believe, removable as well. Maybe not these, but some of the other shoes on some of the other characters. Because you were able to get, as part of the Kickstarter, this little tiny shoe box that came with, if the bunny beater thing wasn't enough of a giveaway, a couple of dead bunny slippers to put on your other Jankies. So my guess is they're planning on beating the dunny to death. The venerated dunny that has been dominating the vinyl industry for a while. Now I have to say something about this figure. I super glued the crown on because there was no way to keep it on there without super glue. It would just fall off immediately. So that's something that they should probably take care of at some point. Have a little hole in a peg that you could plug it into so that you don't have to put super glue on there, because if you put too much super glue, it's going to ruin the aesthetics if it drips down or whatever. You don't want a king sweating from underneath his crown. So that is Janky the First. Very, very cool. And this is one of those designs that I would have picked up no matter what. And then I got a couple of three random ones. This one's by Fowler, which I like because it looks like kind of a jaguar. He's got two different colored shoes. And let me see. How am I supposed to put the slippers on these guys if I can't get the shoes off? Anyway, I don't know. And then he's got these glasses, clear glasses. Again, well done, because it's hard to make clear glasses in this scale. Those are removable as well. And then he's got like a hat with a dragon or something on the top. So I said jaguar with the dragon hat. I felt, and it says in it on the back, and then on the bottom it says Pete Fowler, who I believe is an English artist. So I was pretty happy with this because this was one of the random ones that I drew from the assortment from the Kickstarter. And then I got this one here, which is also signed by the artist. I think it's Sket. It says super plastic on the bottom. And there, this guy's feet come off. So this is probably the guy that's going to end up with the slippers. It's kind of neat that they came up with this idea for being able to change the shoes. And if you can do that, I think it's superior. I don't know. It's superior to the dunny in that respect because it allows you to personalize them a little bit. But, you know, a cute little stuffed sort of, it looks like a cross between a bunny rabbit and a cat with a, wait, let me see here. Yeah, there it goes. With a chainsaw. And I think it goes pretty well with these dead bunny slippers. And he's got some stuffing coming out of the back, some stitching, and then a bunny tail. So, and then stitches here where I don't know if he's accidentally torn himself open with the chainsaw or what. But this is another cool design. I wish the colors were a little bit more vibrant. I mean, they just chose to go with this pastel-y type color. And it's fine, but I just wish that the colors were a little more vibrant. But that's just one of my own peccadillos or individual likes. I got this figure as well. And this was one of the random assortments. This is the problem with blind boxes. This is by Bubi Yeung. And it has it looks like a bear face on the front. This doesn't do it for me at all. It's very, yellow and pastel-y and washed out, and I guess it's supposed to be cute. It's got this cool skateboard that comes with it with the peace sign on it. Didn't even take it out because I said, hey, my wife's Chinese American, so this is by a Chinese artist. You want that? She's like, nah, I don't like it. So I don't really like it either. It says nice and simple on the ears, but it's just, there's not a lot of contrast in the color, so it's not that attractive. I'll either end up maybe selling this on eBay or to somebody who might like it, or maybe finding an artist somewhere to customize it. It's got another happy face on the back, and just doesn't do it for me. But then, just different strokes for different folks. I'm sure there's going to be somebody else who's going to think that that is the coolest design of all of them. The other thing that they come with, this is the box. It shows all the different designs that you can get. And of course, they're using that sort of Kid Robot Dunny model where you have some mystery figures, and some are rarer than others. Joe Ledbetter, artists that have worked with Kid Robot before. Another Gran Chamaco, which I would have liked to have gotten. But it's cool. I wish them well. I like the fact that there's competition now. I like these little stickers that come in there. There's King Janky the First. Here's another variation on the Janky, the Gran Chamaco Janky, the red version. Then I got some other stickers. So each one came with a sticker. I did note one thing, that the boxes are kind of flimsy compared to what I'm used to. And there's what that looks like. It's a little flimsier. So I also note that El Gran Chamaco is using this Pac-Man eye symbol, which is the exact symbol that Schiffer used on Don Trino. So maybe that's a Mexican convention, a Mexican vinyl convention that we're starting to see. So if you like vinyl figures, and you didn't get on the Kickstarter, I think they have their store open. If vinyl figures aren't your thing, then you won't be interested in it. But these are up to snuff. My favorite would be King Janky the First, and if you like Dunnies, I think you'll like these. All right, is the Wiz signing off. Happy holidays, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate or don't celebrate. Signing off.